Hey everyone, welcome back to Tan's Top 10 channel. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving and did a whole lot of Black Friday shopping, Cyber Monday shopping, and got a lot of movies like I did. That's what I'm going to be doing in today's video, is I'm going to show you guys all the movies I picked up Black Friday shopping. The sales pretty much started like last Monday, so I had like a full week of being able to buy movies. I did most of my shopping online, but did get a couple in stores, which was awesome. So yeah, I got a lot of movies here to show you guys, so let's not waste any more time. So the first bunch of movies I'm going to show you guys are a couple of Blu-rays that I picked up. You guys know I love my 4K movies, but every now and then I do have to get some Blu-rays. So the first one I got was The Night House. This is a new horror movie with Rebecca Hall. I honestly have no idea what this movie's about or what to expect, but I heard really good things, and it was the last copy they had at Best Buy, so I picked that up. I'm really excited to check that out, though. I've heard good things. I'm a little late with some of these, but I got 4 horror movies from Scream Factory. They had a sale going on, so I finally got these delivered. First one up is Shocker. This is a horror movie directed by Wes Craven, same guy who did Nightmare on Elm Street, Scream. I've heard pretty decent things about that, so I don't know. Next one up is Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight. I've heard this is got one of the craziest performances by Billy Zane, who I am excited watching this. And I love Tales from the Crypt. It's such a guilty pleasure TV show, awesome horror anthology, so that's really cool. And the last 2 I picked up were Silent Night, Deadly Night, Part 1 and Part 2. Part 2 I heard is just like one of the worst movies ever made. That's the whole see if we got on back here, the whole garbage day scene from that. So if you guys know that scene, that's the movie it's from. I know that these are not good movies, but I heard they're pretty damn fun. So I don't know, Christmas season, Christmas horror movies, I'll be definitely checking those out pretty soon. Speaking of Christmas movies, last Christmas I picked this up for my wife. She loves rom-coms like this, and we don't really get to watch that many together. There's not a whole lot of good ones that I like to watch, but I don't know. I like Emilia Clarke. I like Henry Golding, so figured I'd watch it with her and just see how it is. It was pretty cheap too. I got into a really big 90s like thriller, crime thriller kind of mood, so I picked up The Devil's Advocate, which I did not have. This has Al Pacino and Keanu Reeves, and I'm just excited to check this out. I've heard this movie is crazy as balls. The only thing that sucks is it's 144 minutes, 2.5 hours. I just watched The Firm with Tom Cruise. That movie was 2.5 hours, and that was kind of a drag to get through. But Devil's Advocate, I love Al Pacino and Keanu Reeves, so I'm excited to check that out. I did get a couple Criterion Collection movies. They always run a deal, 50% off around this time of the year, so I picked up Traffic, directed by Steven Soderbergh. He won Best Director at the Academy Awards for this movie. So did Benicio del Toro. So I'm excited to check this movie out. Never seen it. Another one I picked up was Watership Down. I honestly had no idea that this was in Criterion Collection. I was like scrolling through the list of all their movies, and I saw this. I was like, no way. For those of you who don't know what this movie is, it is a very disturbing animated movie from the 1978. But I love the hand-drawn animation of this movie. I've never seen it before, but I know it's really messed up, but also I've heard really great things. So definitely wanted to check this out. It's got John Hurt as a voice actor, so that's awesome. Speaking of Criterion, I picked up Menace to Society. This was one of the 4K movies that they released, one of their first 4Ks. I love this movie. I watched it, I believe, earlier this year on my Blu-ray. The Blu-ray actually looked pretty damn good, so I'm excited to see what the 4K looks like. I love this movie. It usually gets compared to Boys in the Hood. I think I might like this one just a little bit more. I'm not sure. It's a very brutal movie, but I would definitely recommend checking it out. It's awesome, and I'm really curious to see what the 4K looks like. And I love this this packaging. I love the red of it. The red and the black, that's awesome. So the next batch of movies are movies that I previously owned on Blu-ray, but I had to upgrade to 4K. I'm a 4K slut. I needed them on 4K. First one I got was V for Vendetta. I got this for like $10 on sale Best Buy. The only thing that sucks about this is the delivery guy left it under my freaking rug in my front door, so I stepped on it, so the case got all broke there. Oh, damn it. But I've only seen this movie a couple times when it first came out. I have to rewatch it, so that's another reason why I want to buy it. I got to rewatch it, but I remember liking it a lot. T2, Judgment Day, one of the best movies ever made, one of my favorite action movies of all time. Love it. I did own the previous 4K, which didn't look that great, but I know this is the same transfer, but I love this steelbook. Look at that. That is a beautiful ass steelbook. I love all the colors on this. The T800. Ooh, I love this steelbook. I don't care if it's the same transfer. This steelbook is badass. Love it. Next one I got was Ron. I'm sorry if I butchered that name, but this is the Akira Kurosawa movie. I owned it on Blu-ray, but I never watched it because I knew that the 4K was coming out. So I wanted to pick this up. This is another pretty awesome steelbook, slipcover. I love the design of this. You got all these colors. I love this. This is awesome. Akira Kurosawa. I can't go wrong with that. And the last thing that I upgraded to was the Spider-Man collection. This is the 3 original Sam Raimi movies on 4K, which I've heard look amazing. I got this at a really good price. I think it was like $30 or something like that. So that's awesome, especially with No Way Home coming out. I hope you all pre-ordered your tickets today. I know I did. I was up at like ass crack of dawn pre-ordering my tickets. So got that for Thursday night showing. But I love these movies. Really like the first one. Love the second one. Probably one of my, it's in my top 10 superhero movies of all time. And number 3, it is one of the most disappointing movies I've ever seen, but I still like it a lot more than both of the Amazing Spider-Man movies. I'd rather watch number 3 than those two. So, I don't know. I've heard they look really good on 4K. Sony always does a great job with their transfers. And the last batch of movies here are all new movies that I've never owned before. So all 4K, of course. So starting off, I got Don't Breathe 2. I really like the first one, so I'm excited to check out the second one. Heard it's mixed. Not as good as the first one, but my sister also really wanted to watch it, so kind of bought that for her as well. Christmas time, Home Alone. Yes, I've never owned Home Alone, so I definitely not seen this movie in a long time, but really want to watch it. Not sure how the 4K looks, but it was cheap, $10. Next up, got The Fifth Element. This is directed by Luc Besson, the same guy who did Leon the Professional. I love Leon the Professional, so I'm excited to check this out. I heard this is pretty much his other good movie. It's got Gary Oldman as the villain again, so that's awesome. So, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Never seen it, but it's got Chris Evans as the villain, and it's directed by Edgar Wright. So I heard it's pretty much a video game fan's dream to watch that movie, so I'm excited to check it out. The Goonies. I've never seen this movie, guys. I'm sorry. I am excited to check it out, though. The Blu-ray. The 4K was pretty cheap. Got it for like $10 at Best Buy. Directed by Richard Donner, I believe this is. The same guy who did Superman. Yep, Richard Donner. And produced by Steven Spielberg, so that's awesome. Classic 80s movie that I'm excited to check out. I did get The Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It. I did watch this on HBO Max. It's fine. It's not nearly as good as the first 2 Conjuring movies. I don't know. I want do something different with the Conjuring universe. It's pretty much all the same movies now. I don't know, it kind of sucks, but it was cheap, so I bought it. And I own the rest of them. I got Snake Eyes, G.I. Joe Origins. Once again, this was cheap. I have absolutely no interest in G.I. Joe movies, or G.I. Joe in general. I saw the first 2 and did not like them at all. I heard this one's a step up, but I also heard it wasn't that great, so I don't know. It's cheap. It's shitty, cheap action movie, I guess. Speaking of shitty, cheap action movie, F9, The Fast Saga. I really wanted to like this movie. I went into this movie expecting big, dumb action. But goddamn, this movie is boring. It's just boring. Like the action, there's no energy to the action. I I don't know. And the trailer spoiled pretty much any surprise in this movie. If they wouldn't have shown that Han was in the movie in the trailer, that would have been cool. But nope, that is definitely my least favorite Fast and Furious movie. Next up, I picked up Free Guy. This wasn't a Black Friday deal. I just bought it at Best Buy. I have heard decent things about this movie. I've heard either people really like it or they absolutely hate it. I'm kind of over the whole Ryan Reynolds shtick nowadays. His whole, like, every character he plays is Deadpool pretty much, even if it's not Deadpool. The character acts like Deadpool, which is what the trailers kind of showed me about this movie, which is why I'm interested to watch it. Not excited, but interested. Ryan Reynolds, please change my mind. I hope I like it, but my expectations are so low. Oh man, I bought a lot of disappointing movies for me, but Wonder Woman 1984, I hated this movie. Why did I buy it? It was cheap. I have the first one. I just need to fill my collection. I have the first Wonder Woman. I have pretty much all the rest of the DC movies, so I needed to pick it up. It was at $10. Sure, why not? I'm probably not going to watch it ever again. I hated this movie. Moving on. Don't want to talk about it. Don't want to get pissed off. A movie I did enjoy, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Wow, long title. I actually just watched this yesterday for the first time. I didn't go to see it in theaters. I watched it last night with my wife, and we both really enjoyed it. I like how it's a contained story. You know, you don't have too many MCU characters in it. You have Wong, spoilers, from Doctor Strange, but that's about it. The rest of it is its own contained story, which I really liked. I liked Shang-Chi as a character. There was a lot of good action, good humor, and I'm excited to see more from that character. I like the world and everything. There were a few things that I wasn't too fond of, but I liked it a hell of a lot better in Black Widow and Eternals, I guess. Yeah, Eternals. And the last thing I picked up, probably the biggest thing I picked up, Citizen Kane on 4K. This is the Criterion Collection release, one of their first 4Ks as well. I have never seen Citizen Kane. I've never owned it, so I'm really excited to check it out. I've heard mixed things about this transfer. I know that I have to pretty much, one of the Blu-ray discs is messed up, so I have to snap that in half, send a picture to Criterion to get a replacement disc. But the 4K disc is all good. That's all good to watch. So I am really interested to check this out. I heard a lot of people bitching about the packaging of this. I don't hate it. I'm not the biggest fan of the K on the cover. I wish they would have done something maybe a little bit more unique, but it's fine. It doesn't piss me off. So as you can tell, there's a pretty thick booklet in there. I'm sure detailing the movie and everything, the process of making it. But here you get, so let's open. So you got K, A. There's Orson Welles, N. Look at that. I heard a lot of people bitching about this, but I think it's unique. It's different. Not the biggest fan of the cardboard sliding in and out because that can scratch your disc, I've heard. I wish they would have just had like the regular push the button, pop it out. That would have been a lot better, but I don't know. I kind of like it. I think it's unique and pretty awesome. So I am really looking forward to checking this out on 4K. And yeah, that's all I got. So everyone, those are all the movies I picked up Black Friday shopping. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Please share down below any movies or things you picked up Black Friday shopping or Cyber Monday shopping. There was only one thing that I wish I would have bought. They had the Dexter complete season or series on Blu-ray for like $60. I should have bought that. I didn't, and now I look today and it's pretty much out of stock. It's a show I want to watch, so I should have picked it up, but I'm happy with everything else I got. I got quite a good chunk of movies to add to my collection, so please share down below anything you picked up. And In a couple days, I leave for my honeymoon, so that's exciting. Going on an airplane for the first time, which I am terrified of, but I'm also excited to, have a whole week just away from everything, spend with my wife. So I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, week, and you guys take care.